Hi, my name is Tammy Chapell. I'm 52 years old, the biological mom of 12 kids, 8 boys, 4 girls, married to my best friend for 26 years, and I've been diagnosed with HER2 positive cancer, breast cancer. How do I describe the day I found out about breast cancer? It's that phone call nobody wants to get. It's kind of like, you know, your world is rocked real quick, real fast. And so it was a shock, but then I knew it was something that it was gonna take me on a journey. The only thing I didn't know was what the journey entailed. And so we made the appointment with our doctor to officially see, you know, what was going on, what would be their recommendations for moving forward. And it just didn't resonate with me. Their idea of the treatment just didn't resonate with me. And so if you are a believer, you understand that you listen to your discernment as well as you know, you pull on something more on the inside. And so for me, it was, you know, just talking to God and asking God, you know, what's my journey? What's the step? What we're going to do? Because I know that ultimately is like He's here with me as well. That's when I reached out to a friend and they recommended Oasis of Hope by way of Hope Navigator. It's a link, and they, you know, you click the link and they give you recommendations. And so honestly, when I clicked the link and I had the recommendations, Oasis of Hope resonated with me because for one, it just looked more modern, more contemporary. And so this was a big decision. I wanted to go with a place that initially looked like they could like handle this. And so, you know, when you looked at the, when I looked at the tour video on YouTube with Mike, and it was like, wow, like I want to go there. And so just the technology was impressive. You know, it just kind of felt like that was a place I wanted to go. And so I initially made my consultation with Dr. Contreras, and oh my gosh, just through the consultation, it was so funny because me and my husband, we both were listening in, and you know, it was like I could feel the sincerity through the video. I could feel the genuineness through the video, and just the way he answered my questions. Because at that point, you know, this is a new diagnosis. You're nervous. So many things are going through your mind, and to be able to have that level of comfort talking to a doctor, you know, just the fact that he took the time out to do that kind of consultation, I didn't feel rushed. I didn't feel like my questions were, you know, not good questions. I felt like we were like right there together. And so after we got out the consultation, I was convinced that Oasis of Hope would be where our journey, my journey of healing would start. And so we made our appointment, went through the necessary intake forms and everything, booking flights, and we got here. Upon getting here, it was, I was nervous coming because I had never flew out of the country, certainly never, you know, came for cancer. And so all of these things are racing through your mind, but what I will say is that the moment I walked through the gates, you feel like the name Oasis of Hope, it really lives up to the Oasis, to what it says. And so just coming in, the waterfall, if you are a nature person, that matters. You know, the scent, the smell of the water, the sound of the waterfall. It was very calm and very relaxing. It looked just like it looked on the tour that I saw on YouTube. So it wasn't like it was fixed up for YouTube, and once you get here, it's something totally different. One of the biggest things that stood out to me was when you walked into the building, it didn't smell like chemicals. It smelled very refreshing, very clean, which is really big for me as well. And so everything from the beginning, getting here was really like what they said, how they described it. And so my stay here was just impressive. Just the ladies, the cleaning ladies, you know, there is consistent. When you're walking through the halls, you see people cleaning, but you don't smell cleaner. It just still smells refreshed. It smells like you could just take that deep breath, and like you're just, you know, you're in a hospital, but it really feel like you're on a vacation, like you're at a retreat. And so the meals are amazing. They cook 3 meals a day, and so, you know, everything is freshly cooked. I like that they're like culinary. They take time to they present your food to you where it's not just, here, this is what you're eating. It's more like the the detail to you feel like you're at a fine restaurant, honestly. And so that was impressive to me. So I just started feeling just really good about the whole system. The things that you do when you're here, I think everybody's protocol is kind of different. I was excited because every treatment that we get, it felt like it was like really, doing what they say is gonna do. My body started feeling like I was basically putting my body in the hands of somebody who really cared, a team of people who really cared. And so even with the language barrier, you don't feel like you're in a foreign place where don't nobody understands you. As far as the English and Spanish talk, is you feel heard, you feel seen, and so that was important as well. So I was diagnosed with HER2 positive cancer, and upon getting that diagnosis, it was a little, I would say fearful for a minute, because you're looking like, wow, typically you think cancer is a death sentence. You think cancer is like, oh my gosh, like, this is the end of it. And so just being able to find a place like Oasis of Hope, where we have the integrative care, where you have your devotionals. If you are a believer, that matters too. Our day includes devotionals with a pastor that's consistent, 5 days a week. You have your different classes. The one that really resonated with me a lot too is the educational ones, because until you get a diagnosis, you're never thinking about doing research because it's not really personal. And so being diagnosed with the HER2, I wanted to know exactly what did that mean for me? What did it mean for my life now? What did it mean for my family? What did it mean to my community of people that I mean so much to? And so being able to be educated on what your body is doing makes a big difference, because along the way of my journey, when you have things come about in the location where the breast is at, it's easy to kind of deal with it because you've been educated about it in the classes. And so the doctors here, they're very big on educating you, making sure you understand. It's like an open forum to ask whatever questions you want to ask. And so no question ever makes you feel like, like quote unquote, for lack of a better word, dumb about asking. And so it's like you want to know, they're eager to explain to you because they want you to know as well. And so for me personally, it's made a big difference in my progress, because along the way, when things are happening in the site where the tumor is at, I understand what's going on. So I'm not nervous. I'm not feeling like, oh my gosh, is it working? I know things are working because it was explained to me. And so I kind of feel like I'm like checking off the dots along the way, because the doctor said this, oh, that's happening, or when something else happened, oh, the doctor did explain that to me. And so it makes it a little easier to go on the journey as well, because you feel, like I said, you feel seen, you feel heard, and it's like it's not a mystery anymore. And so that level of comfort comes from just even with your diet. You're not left out here just wondering what to eat. They have amazing cooking classes here throughout the week where they teach you how to cook, what your new norm is going to be, how you like something as simple as butter, replacing butter with ghee, things like that. They show you how to make the recipes, which is very good, because some people, it's like you're already dealing with your diagnosis, you're dealing with everything else that comes along with this journey. And so to me, they alleviate a lot of those stressors, where it's like, okay, what do I eat? They give you the recipe, they give you the recipe booklet to take home, so you don't leave wondering what to do once I get home. We had something that we have movie night. Movie night is amazing because you also get to kind of relax and chill, and I think that's big because it just doesn't feel like a hospital. You have to remind yourself that this is a hospital, but nothing about it feels like you're in a hospital, because it's like they have this community here. And just, even when you go down to eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's kind of like we're breaking bread with other believers and other people who are dealing with similar situations. And so at the table, we're able to share testimonies. We're able to, once we share our testimony, you might have somebody that's new coming into the hospital, and you're able to relieve some of their thoughts of fears or something like that. And so you you have people who've been here before, and you're sitting at the table with them, and they're telling you their testimony. And so just that community in the lunchroom is very big. It's like you look forward to breakfast because you're gonna, it's a new day. You're gonna see some of your friends, your new friends from all over the world. I've met people here that I think I would have never met before. And so just being able to have that camaraderie where, we're sharing our situation, but we're also experiencing this amazing journey together. So that's big, that's amazing. Another thing I love is that when you come, you're seeing familiar faces. That makes a difference because I know sometimes it's like if you keep seeing different faces, it's kind of like, well, what's going on behind the scenes? And so for here, it's like you see the same faces because this is my fourth visit here, and so it's the same housekeeping, the same cook, the same doctor, the same greeters. And so for me, that matters as well because it says that the administration is running things the right way because people love to work here. And so when I first got here, I went to San Diego to have the PET scan. And so when we got the results back and we met with Dr. Contreras in his office to review the PET scan, it was, my tumor was very huge, and the doc said that it was amazing that he had never seen a tumor that size stay in one location. And so I made a joke about me being a miracle, and so that's what I took on, me being a miracle. But the size, that just to give you guys a indication of the size of the tumor, because it was on it's on my right side. When I first got here, the way I would describe it, it was big as, visibly, it was almost big as a melon, honestly, just like sitting here. And then once I got my first treatment, I felt all of the things that the doctor explained that I would feel, as far as like things feeling like bee stinging, like lightning bolts, and I call it activity. It was like activity going on, but as the activity is going on, it's really just the vaccines doing what it's supposed to do. And so that was after a month, my second visit here, I came and I could visibly see that my bra size had changed. And so from the outside of what I was doing, my bra size went from a 30D. Initially it was a 30D and it went to a 44 triple D. And so after about that month and a half, I was back wearing my regular size bra. Not saying the tumor was gone, because it's not, but as much as what was going on the outside for me personally to see without a PET scan, the site itself had gotten back to a normal size where, I didn't look awkward in my clothes anymore, because it was visible to the eye that this side where the tumor is at was huge, and then my regular side was just normal, but it was so noticeable with both sides. And so just journeying back when I came back for the third vaccine, because the doc explained to me, because of the size of the tumor, that they wanted to get aggressive with it because the tumor had gotten away. And so for him, they wanted to give me back-to-back vaccines. And so I did the first vaccine, then I did a second one and a third one. And so now I'm here to get in the fourth one. But what from the beginning to now, I would say is a 50% difference in the whole totality of the tumor site and just the breast itself. And so how I feel good, even though it's not a feel good situation, but I do feel good because I know that whatever I'm getting, the vaccine that I'm getting, is actually doing what it's supposed to do because of the activity that I feel going on in the breast. And so, and it looks the way the doctor said it was gonna look. It's going through all the motions, but I feel good because I'm back in my regular size bra. I feel very confident about this journey. I feel very confident about my decision to come to Oasis of Hope. I feel very confident that whatever supposed to be going on, that it is going on, because it wasn't looking good as far as meaning like in my clothes. So now in my clothes, I feel like I look normal again, and we're just 12 weeks out with treatment. So when I first received the diagnosis, and I met with an oncologist at the hospital in Ohio, My only option was chemotherapy, radiation, getting the port over here, and just being aggressive with the chemotherapy. Out of everything that I've heard, when I heard the diagnosis of a cancer, I wasn't scared. But when I heard about the chemotherapy, when he was telling me about the chemotherapy and the radiation, it was such a lack of connection there, where it was kind of, I honestly felt like I was just another number that was just getting in line to just receive this one-size-fit-all treatment. And so, comparing it to what I've experienced here at Oasis of Hope, I would highly recommend anyone who gets a diagnosis to just listen to your heart. I know one of the things I didn't want to experience was hair loss. I haven't experienced hair loss, appetite. I've been losing weight, healthy losing weight, which is a bonus, and that's because of my diet changing. They take sugar out of your diet, so I haven't had any sugars, drinking alkaline water. So the diet itself, for the first time in my life, I've been losing weight at a good pace, like 8 pounds a month. And so I'm happy with that. I feel good. My skin is amazing. The vitamins, the protocol that they give you, everything is kind of boosting up your immune system, and it's easier, and so being able to have this diagnosis and still being treated, still seeing progress, but along the way, as a woman who really enjoys, looking on herself, that mattered to me, to whether or not I was going to lose my hair, lose my eyelashes, look like I was going through what I was going through. It mattered how I would look around my kids. And so this option has been a blessing to me. It's been a blessing to my family. It's been a blessing to all of my friends who they didn't even know that this was an option. And so I feel good to be able to, share with the world that there is an option. Oasis of Hope, I'd highly recommend them, not because, really just because of my personal experience. I don't have anything to compare it to. I don't want anything to compare it to, except for the fact that I can just say I didn't have to get, beat up with chemo. I didn't have to get beat up with radiation. I didn't have to walk around looking like a cancer patient per se. I'm able to live my life. I don't miss a beat with just doing my regular day-to-day activities that I do. Energy-wise, my energy level is amazing, because with the protocol and the vitamins that they send us home with, it's just kind of like, it's like you're getting a everyday like an immune booster. You just feel good. And so I think that matters too. So if you have been diagnosed with any cancer really, but particularly for me, HER2, because I think he told me it was like one of the rare ones, like harder to like kind of get rid of. And so what the oncologist said, and so I'm 1000% confident that we're on the other side of this diagnosis. Our journey is I won't say a hard journey, an easy journey, but I'll say it's not a hard journey. And when I say it's not easy, because you're still gonna go through the motions of the tumor doing what it does, but you're able to do it and still feel good about yourself. You're able to still get up and go about your normal day, just doing your household chores. If you're in business, like I am, I haven't missed a beat with my businesses. And so I definitely highly recommend contacting Oasis of Hope. And if you have any doubt, reach out to someone that's on their website that you can reach out to and say, hey, I got these kind of questions. You didn't answer that in your video, or if somebody else needs to answer a question, I think that would be really good to just kind of help you make your decision. But I highly recommend Oasis of Hope because of the care, the process of how they do it along the way. I think it's more so about your quality of life in the journey, and so that was very important to me as well. And so that's the part that I know we've kept from day one. My quality of life is just improving, because who wouldn't want to lose some pounds and just still feel good and look good? And so it's just been a blessing to me. And so even here, you know, you meet so many people from like different parts of the world. Some people I think I would have never met if it wasn't for my diagnosis. But one of the things I do love is that even when you leave here, it's like you've met new friends. And so I enjoyed the text messaging, the calls, that we keep in touch with each other. I've met some amazing friends that, you know, sometimes somebody might need to be encouraged, or, you know, we like share information, especially like some of the recipes that we're trying at home, or some of the things that you might be concerning. And so that's one of the blessings too, that you meet new people. It might not be the same type of cancer, but it's the same journey, meaning that it's something that has infiltrated your life, and so now you're walking into a new norm. And so that matters as well, being able to share you know, encouragement throughout the day, on the, you know, once or twice a week with people that you've met here, whether they're encouraging you or you're encouraging them. But you have a new community of people outside of your family and friends that you've met along the way, who you have something in common with, because we're all fighting the same fight. It's a cancer fight, whether it's breast cancer or lung cancer, it's still a cancer fight. And so that's one of the blessings too of meeting these people at Oasis. And we meet in the lunchrooms, we meet out in front of the waterfall, and so it's just you just build good relationships. And one of the things that stood out to me as well, upon getting here to Oasis of Hope, outside of it looking exactly the way it looked on the tour video on YouTube, is that when you meet Dr. Contreras, I've never had a doctor actually hug me, and so that was major. It was so sincere. His disposition, his air is so positive, and I think that makes a big difference as well. And I think, you know, that's what you feel throughout the whole hospital, is that level of hospitality, that level of genuine care, from the psychologist to the nutritionist to the nursing staff. The nursing staff consists of men and women, and they make you feel comfortable. You know, so it's kind of like you almost feel like you are like a queen, because it's like they're serving you. But just the fact that the doctor actually gives you a big old hug, that made a big difference to me as well.